Uh, Welcome to ELX Pro. Today we're going to be talking about learning Elixir with the help of the community. And today we have Adolfo Neto. His I forgot to get your description, Adolfo, but you can introduce yourself. Uh, and that's it. Sorry.
No,
Words so
that
hard
that
for us.
that's okay. I'm an associate professor here in Curitiba, Brazil, at the Federal University of Technology, Paraná. I usually do research on software development communities, agile methods, and I'm also a podcaster. I have three podcasts which I publish every two are monthly and one is bi-weekly. It's Fronteiras da Engenharia de Software in Portuguese, and Elixir in Foco also in Portuguese, which is about Elixir, and Emílias Podcast, which is about women in computing. I'm also a member of the Education, Training, and Adoption Working Group of the Erlang Ecosystem Foundation. And could
Mhm.
you share the screen, please?
Yeah.
And it's because everything is written here, and also because here it says that I'm organizing Elixir Fortaleza Conf 2023, which is going to be an event here in Fortaleza, Brazil, September 21st and 22nd. If you speak Portuguese, it's going to be much easier. Most of the talks are going to be in Portuguese. It's going to be at the Federal University of Ceará, in Fortaleza,
Nice.
Ceará. Ceará is a no, sorry. Yes, Ceará is a beautiful state, and Fortaleza it's a beautiful city with many beaches and attractions. It's a great place to have an Elixir Erlang conference.
Nice.
So okay. Okay, go.
Yeah, you're going to share your screen, and I think it's very important what you're gonna talk, which is about learn with the community, because I see that the Elixir community different of other communities, so it's more about working together instead, or get people to learn Elixir instead of other communities like competition. So you can see in the Elixir community something like a place that people don't complain about the language that they are coming from Elixir, instead like, hey, I don't like this language, or I didn't like this language, but hey, I like Elixir, and compare with other languages. But you can go ahead. I'm so curious to learn, because personally I didn't learn using the communities, and for me I think it's a great topic to hear as well.
Okay, let me talk first about my history with Elixir. So I believe that the first time I've heard about Elixir was back in 2000, maybe 2011, 2012. No, 2011, certainly not. Maybe 2013, because Dave Thomas, he wrote this book. So if you go to Prog, which is the Pragmatic Bookshelf by um, it's a publisher, a book publisher. If you type Elixir here, you see this publisher has many books about Elixir, but the first one was this one, Programming Elixir by Dave Thomas. And I believe at the time, Programming Elixir, and what's Elixir? And it's a
It's
language
something to eat.
created by a Brazilian. Oh, that's nice. But I didn't pay attention so much to the language. And later, I went to the US between, I worked in the US between 2014 and 2015, and I went to several meetups. Do you know what's a meetup?
I do. It's a website where you can check topics that people are going to discuss. Correct?
Yes, and the great thing about meetups is that the idea is mostly okay. Before the pandemic, most meetups were in person, and
Yeah,
but after the pandemic, of course, it became a little bit more difficult to have uh, in-person meetups. But now they are going back. They
yeah.
are back, and by the way, I live in Curitiba, right? But you live in São Paulo, and
Mm-hmm.
some there is a meetup in São Paulo, an Elixir meetup in São Paulo, and they are going back. They are having their, I believe it's their first meeting after the pandemic today.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's today. Let me find maybe some of our the people who are watching this, maybe they can attend this meetup later. Yes, here. Let me share. No, I don't have to share the screen because the screen is already shared. And look, São Paulo is back. It's in the north zone of São Paulo. Yes, August. And yes, it starts in an hour, but it goes until um oh, it's closed now. But I don't know where is it going to be. It's closed. Okay. But if you speak Portuguese, you can talk to Elaine or Nirev. So yes, that's so let me go back to my story. So I went to some meetups in the US, and they say, "Oh, there are two new languages that are very good: Rust and Elixir." And that's
Mm-hmm.
okay. Rust and Elixir was created by a Brazilian. Oh, I'm going to study Elixir. But at that time, while I was in the US, I didn't have time to study. And I came back to Brazil, and then I bought this book, this Programming Elixir. I bought the previous version, which was Programming Elixir 1.3. And I read that
Mm.
book and said, oh, that's a very interesting language. And a few months or years, I don't know, later, I heard about this event here, Elixir Brazil. Elixir
Mm.
Brazil was an in-person event in Brazil, in São Paulo too. So São Paulo, you see most things in related to Elixir in Brazil happen in São Paulo because of the great communities out there. For instance, Renan lives there, and also let me see, Charlotte, João, Ulysses used to live there. Ulysses, he wrote a book about Elixir in English. So, oh, and Valim was there. I met Valim. I talked for a few minutes. I had a chat with Valim at that event. So, then I decided to invest more time in Elixir. And I discovered that maybe one of the greatest strengths of the community is, or of the language, of the Elixir language, is the community. It's not only the technical features of Elixir, which are great. If people buy your course, they will know how great are the technical features of Elixir. But the community is great. And then I went to Elixir Brazil, and the community is great. And then I went again to another event in
Oh,
2029, Elixir
I've
Brazil
been there.
2000. You were there?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, great. So but you because there was no
I
talk
didn't.
by.
I didn't lead a session, but I went to the event as well.
Okay, so it was a great event. It was
Yeah,
the organ.
yeah.
Uh, oh, here is Elaine. She's part of the organizing team of Elixir Brazil 2019, and she's also part of the team for Elixir Fortaleza Conf.
Uh-huh.
And okay, let me see. Yes, I don't know everyone
Can I
here,
ask you a
but
question?
so sure.
You, why do you think you mentioned about the Elixir community? What do you think it's the biggest assets that you have in our Elixir community? Because it's good to understand, make people feel more engaged as well. But could you tell us a little bit more about why you think about you can learn Elixir to help of the community? So, I mean, why do you think it's you can learn faster using the Elixir communities or something more?
Okay,
Do you
so
understand?
yes, do you know that Valim, before creating Elixir, he was part of the Rails core team.
Yeah.
So in Rails is a web framework for the Ruby language.
Mm-hmm.
Ruby is a l- programming language created by a Japanese called Metz.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know his last name, but it's Metz something. And people in the Ruby community say we are nice because Metz is nice. So Metz
Mm-hmm.
is a nice person, and the whole Ruby community tries to be nice persons to nice people to beginners to people that come to the community. And I believe it's the same effect here. Valim, I have interviewed Valim 3 times, and he said, "Oh, I never did much for the community. The community took care of themselves, but he's a nice person. He's always giving interviews. He answers emails. He answers even on Twitter. So I believe that that's the great thing. That Falin is a nice person, and most of the community try to be a nice person too. And so, of course, here and there
Yeah.
there are some problems, but most of the people they are nice people, and that's what happens with the community. So, do you have another question or?
No, you can go ahead, and if I have one more, I will
Okay,
ask for you as
okay.
well.
So, one thing that happened with me when I started to get more interested in Elixir was that I had I still have, but at the time I had a Twitter account. So this is my Twitter profile. My name is Adolfo Neto, but my 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 how do you say my handle is Adolfo NT. And if you go to Twitter and search for this hashtag, my
Hmm.
Elixir,
Thank you, broke up. My Elixir status. Let's wait a
Twitter,
little. Adolfo, I think you broke up a little bit, but you are back.
yes, I believe it's because my door is closed and maybe my network connection is not that good. Oh, look, I used the my Elixir status hashtag. Then I found the Code Bean Europe. It's a great conference. It's going to, if you are in Berlin or near Berlin, you should go to Code Bean Europe. It's going to be great. And you see the Erlang Ecosystem Foundation has a profile there. It's a non-profit focused on growing and supporting a diverse communities and tech based on the bean. So there are tips, blog posts, videos, many things. So if you want to find people to follow on Twitter, you can use this hashtag. Or some people use this other hashtag here, which is Elixir Lang.
Mm,
This guy, he's is Brazilian, great guy, Alfred Baldish. He's Brazilian, but he lives in Denmark. That's
Mm-hmm.
why he's with his dog here, a bicycle, because people in Denmark have lots of place to ride bikes. And some people use Elixir Link. And if you are interested, because if you use only Elixir, many things
Yeah.
that are not related to Elixir programming language are going to come. Cerveza, no, this is not. And there's also this one. It's called We've Been Together. Why is this one? This hashtag is related to Elixir and Erlang and in the other Bing languages. So this hashtag is used when you want to talk about all the language that run on the Bing. And if people want to learn what's the Bing, they have your course, of course. And here the what I told you about Code Being Europe, it's they have the event. They also have training, and this training
Mm-hmm.
is going to be with Natalia Sheshina. I believe Natalia was a professor at a university. Not now she works at Erlang Solutions. And Francesco was also a professor. And Francesco, by the way, he has a great book on OTP.
Oh, really? Could you?
Yeah,
What is the
yeah.
book's name?
Let me open. I'm going to open Amazon.com because it's actually Francesco wrote two books on Erlang, but
Okay.
I'm talking about this one. This one is the one I'm reading. It's Designing for Scalability with Erlang OTP. It was Alfred Baldich, who told me that this book is very good. And he also wrote a book introducing Erlang.
Interesting.
Of
Just one
course,
more thing that it's interesting. OTP is more related to a process and how you handle with process, but basically, OTP is a group of library on Erlang, correct? Did you know that?
OTP is, sorry?
So if you search for OTP in Elixir, you'll see that it's more related to a process, right?
Yes.
But when you search for Elixir OTP Erlang, you see that it's a group of libraries. Let me
Oh,
share
yeah.
with. Yeah, if you go to OTP Erlang, you'll see that like even mathematics, contents, a lot of things. I mean,
Yes,
but
yes. OTP. That's what I liked about this book is that he tries to distill the basic concepts behind OTP, not only, for instance, I believe this image is from the book. Yes, this image is definitely from the book.
mhm.
And so OTP, it's about tools and library and also system design principles, which include patterns. So it's a great book.
Yeah.
But okay, let me go back to the hashtags. So this way you can find people to follow and accounts and many things. But I don't know. I know you are not a big Twitter user, but you probably know that many people are leaving Twitter because they don't like the owner. And a person created this Mastodon instance. It's called genserver.social. Most of the people
Nice.
here, so Mastodon is a kind of distributed Twitter, a version of Twitter. It's not exactly Twitter, but we don't have time to to go there. And many people that, oh, I don't like Twitter anymore. I don't agree with the owner. He's doing bad things there. So let me go to Mastodon, and there is this instance Gen server. That's why the name is Gen server, because it's focused on Gen server social, a place for Erlang Elixir folks to hang out in the Fediverse, but all are welcome. Okay, so I'm talking up here about social networks which are text-based. So there is also a new one. It's called Blue Sky. Not many people have a Blue Sky account yet, but
Blue Sky. Blue Sky dot app.
no, it's bsqy.social. I put in the comments.
Nice.
Oh no, sorry, no, not social. You were right. Dot app. Not
Yeah.
it's the second one.
Sky dot app. Yeah. You can create
Yeah,
an account.
but yes, but maybe the oh yes, it redirects. Okay, and any so José Valim, the creator of Elixir, he announced a few days ago on Twitter that he's going to post more on Blue Sky and less on Twitter.
Oh,
The
really?
problem, yes, the problem is not many people have a Blue Sky account. So
Yeah.
I don't know what's. Let me see. Aqui, ó. After some pondering, I will be reverting this Twitter account to announcements only, probably once a month. I will try to stay on the Sky app for now, so follow me there for updates if you want to. Okay, so yes. And what else? So I was talking about the Twitter, Mastodon, Gen Server Social, Blue Sky. One thing that you probably know that most Brazilians they use Instagram much more than Twitter, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
I believe the Twitter, the Elixir. Oh, you are here.
Yeah.
The but it's you see, even you are using here as mostly as a account for personal reasons. But
Well, I started using more my Instagram to both sometimes personal stuffs and uh, uh, sometimes personal stuff, but basically sharing my what I'm doing with Elixir during the day.
yes, but see, I use the same hashtag here on Instagram, and here there are posts. This post is from 2017. It's very old.
Wow.
So people are not as active on Instagram as they are on Twitter. Let me
Which is
search for
insane. Let me share
Elixir.
one thing. If we want to, yeah, it's really hard to see posts related to Elixir on Instagram. Definitely.
So yes, there are some people doing things there, but it's less used than the other. And let me go back here. Okay, so some people use Instagram, not many, but I know there are some people here. And there's also the social network for old people, which is Facebook. Oh, this is very sad. The father of someone died. But okay, uh, let me go here. Let me find Elixir. You see, there is this Elixir Brazil Facebook group. There are many people here, more than 1,000 for the Elixir Brazil, but uh, it's not very active. This post, for instance, about the Elixir Fortaleza Conf has no likes. So it's like talking to the winds. There's nobody there. Same thing here. The Elixir programming language group, it's kind of dead. It's not something that many people use. But if you use Facebook for some reason, you can go there and try to find. I believe there is also an Erlang group, Erlang developers worldwide. You see, a latest post, it's from July 27. Very, very old. Full lineup for the CodeBean Europe. Only CodeSync is is posting here. CodeSync, it's the company that organizes the CodeBean conferences. Okay,
Yeah.
now let's go to another social network. I believe this network, in this network, you can find more people engaged in Elixir and Erlang.
Are
It's
you gonna
the
talk about the Discord?
later, because I believe Discord is not a social network, but I'm going
Yeah.
to talk.
Can I share two
Uh, in,
communities here?
uh,
Can I share two communities?
sure, sure.
So we have, I think, two communities that's really nice is the Elixir Mentor, which is one of my friends. He lives in US. He has a really nice YouTube channel as well. And unfortunately, it's invited. Let me share one, and then another one invite. So, and the another one is the Elixir language group on Discord. Let me share first the first link here. Hang on. I think it's really nice. This one first is about the Elixir language. And
Okay, it's this one, right?
yes, yes, that one. It's related to a mentor. This one is Elixir language. It's a really nice group, but we don't see a lot of things there. But especially people come to me asking for job position with Elixir. I recommend this group. And this one is a YouTube channel. It's a guy, Elixir Mentor. Mentor is his YouTube channel. It's a really nice guy. His content is amazing, and he has this Discord community as well. Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. So let's finish uh, social networks. I believe. Uh, I believe the main feature that I see for that characterizes a social network is that you have to follow a person. For instance, I follow you, and then you commented on Rafael Camarda posts, which is I believe I don't follow, but now I'm going to follow because he works at Remote. Remote is an Elixir company, and he also has a course on Elixir.
Yeah,
Uh, and also there is this group here on let me I'm going to put in the private chat the link to this group so that you can share and people can link. Is the
yeah,
Elixir Pro. It's also kind of dead, not many people posting here, but it's less dead than the other groups. So Elixir Conf is going to be in September in Orlando. There is also, this one is only in Portuguese. It's called Elixir Brasil por Elixir em Foco. It's also kind of that. And the last one is this one. It's the Erlang Developers Group. Yeah, they here they are looking for Erlang developers in Argentina, 100% remote. Okay, so these are, if I forgot some social network, of course, you could talk about maybe TikTok, but I don't
Do we
see.
have it?
There are some few people doing Elixir things on TikTok. It's very, very uncommon, but you can. Oh, block. I want to search for Elixir here. You see, many things that are not related to the Elixir language. Oh, it's not the best thing, but here, best practice. Elixir is the second most loved programming language, according to
Nice.
Stack Overflow survey in 2022. This is an old video because there's already the Stack Overflow survey from 2023. Do you know which was the position of Elixir in the Stack Overflow survey 2023?
I did. I shared some stuff on my LinkedIn, but I stopped. But if you're able to share, that would be nice.
I,
Because
I, sh- I
what is
shared
the
the
first
link.
language? Is Rust, right?
Yes, I believe. I see Mahoman Krishna wrote this as well. So yes, you are right. Sorry if I'm not speaking your name correctly, Mahohan, but yes, Elixir is again the number 2 most loved technology.
Yeah.
No, it's here. Where is the most? Yes, admired and desired. Number 1, Rust. Number 2, Elixir. Number 3, or is either TypeScript or Zeek. Erlang, it's here too. Good. Some are, yes. I understand. I hate Cobol too. MATLAB. MATLAB is the worst here, but okay. Flow, Haku. Okay, so people can go there and find more. What else? So, of course, I'm not going to talk about TikTok much, but I know there are a few people there. But now I'm going to talk about those sites or apps where you are part of a closed community, and that's where Discord comes from. Discord, it, it's interesting because Discord uses Elixir in production, right?
Yeah. The backend of Discord is Elixir.
Okay,
Elixir
if
Infinity.
uh, there is this Discord here where, sorry, I cannot do this here, but because it's more. But we have a Discord for Elixir Fortaleza. If people want to know more, I'm going to share a link to Discord in the private chat. Then you can share with people, but it's only for people that speak Portuguese, so it's not going to be
Okay.
useful.
That's fine.
Okay, okay, and so Discord uses Elixir in production, and there is an Elixir server, as you have shared. So it's I don't like Discord much for a thing such big as the Elixir Discord. So I prefer Slack for that.
Yeah.
Do, and for Slack, there is, see here, I shared our link on
I'm
Slack.
on the same Slack channel.
So it is because for in Slack there is an Elixir server, there is an Erlang server, and there is also Erlang ecosystem server, Erlang ecosystem foundation server. So there are three on Slack. And what else? Oh, and there is also Telegram. Telegram, for instance, there is this one. It's for people that speak Portuguese, and it's the Elixir Erlang community from Ceará, which is the state in Brazil where we are going to have the Elixir Fortaleza Conf. But there is also this one. Oh, this one is for people that live here in Curitiba. There is this one for. This one is also in Portuguese. Let me share this one because I believe many people can find it interesting. This one is for Elixir Brazil. I believe here in Brazil, most people that use Elixir are part of this Telegram community. And
Yeah.
there is also, I created this one. Let me see if the link is right. No, it's not the right link. It's this one. If you speak English, you could join Elixir World. It's a Telegram group for alchemists from all over the world, fans of Elixir, but also of any Erlang VM programming language are welcome.
I'm gonna
So
join to this one, definitely.
there's also other groups. For instance, there is one for the Spanish language, Spanish speaking people, and yes. So Telegram, you can join. Of course, it's impossible to follow everything I post here. So if you are, you have to work, right? So you can't be part of all these communities. You could choose one or a few of these to follow.
I
Oh,
have a question. If you wanna learn Elixir or follow a couple what is the three communities that you most recommend us to follow? I mean, international. I know that we have. If you're Brazilian, I highly recommend join to Elug and Elixir Brazil. But if we're talking about someone around the world, which one would you recommend?
I'm going to arrive there uh, soon, but let me just finish this part with. There is also people on IRC, which is a very old kind of social community, but it's more like a closed community. But you see, if you go to Elixir programming language site, you can find links to Twitter. The Elixir programming language has a Twitter account too,
Hmm.
but you can find the Libera chat, Discord, meetups, and so that's the answer to your question. If you are going to join only one of these of everything I told you, I should say join the Elixir forum
Yeah.
because it's where people ask more profound, more deep questions, and the answers are long. And José Valim is sometimes answering questions there. Robert Wording, many important people answer questions there. See, so I believe it's the best place to interact with the community. And now they also have a chat. See here, the in the right side, Elixir chat, Nerve chat, Phoenix chat. So right now there is people asking questions. If you have a very how can I install Elixir using ASDF? You can ask here. Of course, if people buy your course, they have your Discord server where people can ask this question. But suppose people don't have your course, so they can go here. Oh, I'm having this problem here. Oh, look, it's an example here. Hello, great people.
Yeah.
Trying to use Waffle and Waffle actor. It's a very simple question. I mean, it's short, and someone there can have an answer. And usually, people are very great in answering these questions. Of course, you can do that here. You can also do that on Slack, on Discord. But I believe that the mix here is that they have the more deep questions here on Elixir
Yeah.
Forum, and they have the short questions here in the chat. So that's what I would recommend. But if you are Brazilian, I believe you should join Elixir Brazil, because people there are many people there. Yes.
Community is great.
The people that created Elixir Forum, they have also created Erlang forums, which is for
Right.
Erlang and all other Bean languages like Gleam and LFE. So there is also this other. I'm going to put the link to the Erlang forums on your private chat. What else? Yes, and I told you already about meetups, which I think is great. I'm thinking of organizing an in-person meetup here in Curitiba soon, maybe in 2 or 3 weeks before Elixir Fortaleza Conf. And as I told you about Elixir Fortaleza Conf, I feel obligated also to say that there are many conferences happening all over the world. Elixir Conf US, it's going to be in September. I already told you about CodeBeam. There was a CodeBeam BR Brazil, but I don't know if it's any other CodeBeam. I was here at CodeBeam America 2022. Oh, and they are going back. They are going to have another CodeBeam in 2024. That's great news. I didn't know that. And there's also CodeBeam being Europe. And there's also CodeBeam Light, Budapest, Mexico. A Coruña, I was a speaker at CodeBeam A Coruña.
Nice.
It's Spain, north of Spain. Mexico, there are great people in Mexico. But these people are not from Mexico. Maybe Norberto is, but Miriam is Spanish, Francesco is Italian, and Aeli is probably Mexican. But here, Mexico and Budapest, this one was in 2019 before the pandemic. And CodeBeam Stockholm was this year. Evadine, great speaker. Peter Van Roy. Peter Van Roy is a professor at a university in Belgium. Sam Aaron created Sonic Pi. So yes, so you can. Oh, I cannot forget the very great people from Africa. There is a profile on Twitter. They had an event, I believe. Oh, the next one already has a date. Oh, I'm discovering new Elixir Safari.
Hmm. Nice.
Yes, we are taking Elixir Conf Africa to new heights by integrating the breathtaking beauty of a safari experience. Wow, I'm going to join
Yeah.
the the waiting list because that's very different. Okay.
Yeah, like that.
So I say if you live in a big city and there is no meetup, organize one. People love to meet face to face. And finally, I'm going. Yeah, we don't have much time. I'll have to go soon, but I'll say that there are also many podcasts. This one is a podcast that I created with my friends. There's also the Thinking Elixir podcast. I believe that there is the Elixir Week. Oh, where
A
is?
lot of links.
Sorry.
A lot of links. Interesting. What I'm
Yes,
gonna
but
do is I'm going to create a notion with all of them as a resource is that to share with people on the channel as well.
yes, I cannot find here the proper place. But you see, wow, Elixir Talk. Oh no, this is Elixir Talk. This is Elixir Outlaws, Elixir Mix. There's also this one was the first Elixir podcast, but there are only 3 episodes here. There are many podcasts. I have to find the Elixir programming language has a week. Oh, it's here. Sorry. Let me find podcast here. Okay. Now I can share the link with you. Here you can find the podcasts and many podcasts. Some podcasts are dead, but some are not. Some in screencasts, and yes, there are many things here. There should be one with courses, right? So that you could add your course. I added
Sure.
Elixir Fortaleza here. And we don't have much time. I would like to be open to questions from people that are watching or from you. But I would say there are sometimes people doing live streams on Twitch. And do you know who does Twitch live streams? José Valim, the creator of Elixir. He has a Twitch channel.
Yeah, I
José,
do know that. Um, we have another podcast of one of our friends. He's talking. He's not talking about Elixir specifically, but he's the Elixir engineer as well. Let me share here. Actually, question for you. Podcast and screencast. Let me share.
sorry. We are here on YouTube. There are many content, many people also creating YouTube videos about Elixir.
Yeah,
But this podcast is not only about Elixir, right? It's
yeah. This guy, his YouTube channel is Elixir Mentor. He has great contents as well.
yes,
Uh,
yes. But the point is, it's also about it's all things related to software development.
Yeah, this one is about software development. My apologize.
No, no,
Um,
that's okay.
but his YouTube channel is related to Elixir. So if you search on YouTube, Elixir Mentor, you will find them. Yeah,
Okay,
Elixir Radar is good. Yeah, we
we
have a
don't.
lot of resources to
Yes,
learn
we
Elixir with the community.
yes, we don't have time for everything, but I would like to finish saying that Elixir Radar was created and is maintained by Hugo Baraúna, who is Brazilian, and every week they send a link with an email with links related to the Elixir community. You can find here a job board too. Only two jobs, not much, right? In the past, it was 10, and maybe. Yeah, of course, books, memes, and everything. So, it, my final message to people here is that okay, is there something that you didn't find here? Create something new. We need that. We want new things here in the Elixir community. And if you want to send me a message on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Mastodon, I'm open to helping, to answering questions. Oh, what should I do to learn Elixir? I gave a talk learning Erlang in Elixir through exercism and advent of code on Code Europe. The You can find the link on my webpage. And of course, there is. I don't want to. If we maybe we could. Mahonan Krishna, Mamohan Krishna said Elixir newbie on Spotify. Yes, Elixir newbie is great too, and there is also the website. It's Elixir newbie was created by a guy Brooklyn. What's his Brooklyn Myers? You see the latest episode from Elixir newbie is from April, so that's why there are some podcasts there they stay a long time with no new episodes. Why? Because Brooklyn Myers, he's part of the now he's responsible for the Dockyard Academy. It's a kind of a course by Dockyard. He works at Dockyard now. So the podcast it's a little bit less important right now. So I didn't mention blogs, but people love blogs and people love talks. All those Almost all those events they publish their talks on YouTube later, and some people love watching them. And what else? I believe that's it. We could stay here for a few hours more, but
Hmm?
that's enough for people to begin to. My point is this: okay, if you are going to learn Elixir, you should either buy a course from Gustavo, or buy a book, or attend an in-person course. There are many options, and then you can use the community to say, oh, how do I do that? Am I doing this right? And then this is where my tips here, my links here enter. They have uh it's a place where you can ask questions, and where you you have answers to your questions
Yeah,
when you have a doubt.
it would be great Greatest thing is basically we have resources now. If you think about Elixir 4 years ago, we had we had nothing, almost nothing. We had like 4 years ago. What do we have? Adolfo, Grazio, pragmatic, I think. Brazil, I think we had only you and me, right? 4 years ago. Yeah, actually, I'm super happy because we have this kind of content. A lot of research, as you mentioned, to learn. So we have the pragmatic, Groxio, my Elixir course. We have another courses for there. We have Elixir Cats. We have the Alchemist Camp. Have a lot of resources today, which is nice.
Okay, I'm going to leave a final link, which is still there's nothing there, but later I'm going to put some links there too for
Nice.
people about
Okay, let me
learning.
share here. Yeah, exorcism is great. To be honest, I think exorcism is good for Elixir. I like lead code as well, but some kind of exercise is really hard to do in Elixir. But yeah,
I'm going to put the link to the our live stream here so that people.
mm,
Okay, it was nice talking to you, Gustavo.
for
Have a
me,
have a great Saturday,
every Saturday. And bye
and
bye, guys.
bye bye.